tonight's test, so for my February bullet journal, I decided to base it around Auction Not Included. It's a game from Klein Entertainment that's essentially a survival simulation game. You start off with 3 characters, known as duplicants or dupes, and make them live. Or in my case, they die. And you just replay the same cycle over 10 times, and hopefully that outcome will be better. Spread itself, I decided to base it around making a base. So each of the dates is a room of the space, and each of the edges of the dates is wire connectors, and I have included some elements of a ladder, as well as the poster child named Ren. He's the upper right hand corner mascot, and then one of the critters that is known as like an illumination shimmer nymph. He provides some light instead of just using ceiling lights. And then I included a device that ends up being something that I need to look into further, but it does provide a duplicant a skill. I don't know if it has any negative impact, but in the rare chance that I've used it a couple of times, it actually provides a skill set to your duplicant. And then I added lines to kind of incorporate the bottom tile edge. I didn't go too in depth in making it like the actual tiles that they have in the game because I didn't want to spend that much time on this. I wanted it to be super simple, connect to the theme, and kind of get the point across. I did add the gear from the Porta-Pod. Editor test here. I just wanted to clarify that this is a printing pod, not a Porta-Pod.
Printing pod, Porta-Pod, printing pod, Porta-Pod.
Now that you're familiar with that, they both do the same thing. So let's get back to the scheduled programming, onto the dates. And if you have no clue what the Porta-Pod is, it is the little archway that is on date number 3 because I had to pick up supplies and it kind of just connected. And then when I had events that expanded multiple dates, it is pretty much the accidents that the dupes have when they can't go to the bathroom. It happens fairly frequently if they cannot keep the outpost clear, or if you just don't have a bathroom for them to use, or if they have an alert that ends up being too much of their time, they'll forget to. And then in the case that I had 2 events on the same date, I decided to just pile up liquid because in the game it does have density where water will float to the top and any polluted water would float to the bottom, or at least in what I've noticed is that it's what occurs. I actually don't know too much about the density of the liquids within the game. I'm still learning. I tend to go and look at YouTuber tutorials around the game because I would love to learn the aspect of automation, in which I still don't think I grasp that concept very well, and it seems like it's more advanced into the skill set that I don't yet have in the game. And then for bills, I decided to incorporate the gas vent and make a line that goes off to the right so that I could list them off and pretty much have a straightforward checklist. I tend to do this each month where I have a checklist with the bills. And then my next spread is pretty much a brain dump. I decided to make the imagery around the outhouse because that is literally where your dupes go to dump. It's what they do. They use the potty. And I decided to make a bunch of dirt hills that are polluted dirt, and pretty much this spread is everything goes. You jot down new knowledge or new notes that you just want to keep track of. I tend to use it for things that come up where I just learned something new. Like last month I learned about tufting rugs, and it's an interest that I have, and I don't think I would want to get a tufting gun because I would literally just use it once and probably never again. Maybe in the future, I don't know. So for my next spread is all about task. I decided to make the imagery just a singular icon of the water basin, and its arrow is flowing to the right because left to right, you do your task from left to right. And you want to keep going and be productive and not be... I don't know where I was going with that. I just list a bunch of tasks. It's a running list. I'll put the same task multiple times if need be. So that is my February bullet journal, and yeah.